Hey everyone, my name is Jason. I'm here to do a very short video to show you some of the coolest things that you can do with the world's best imaging smartphone, the Lumia 1020. The first demo I'm going to show you is how we've reinvented the zoom. So say for example you wanted to take a picture and you zoomed in advance. You focus and here we go, we take the picture. Now we've kept here a 34 megapixel full resolution image which we can open and we can zoom in into incredible detail that you just can't see with other smartphones. But because we kept the original image and we zoomed in, and this is the clever bit, we can actually hit this reframe button and unzoom the image to the original full resolution picture. We can even rotate it so that we can reframe it the way we want. And this is something that no other smartphone camera or SLR can do. The next really cool thing that you can't do with other smartphones is control the shutter speed. So with the Nokia Pro camera, you can go through this setting here and configure the shutter speed for 4 seconds. Now what I need to do now is turn the light out so that it's dark, and in this case I want to lower the ISO just to reduce the sensitivity of the picture a little bit. Now what I'm doing essentially is I'm opening the shutter for 4 seconds so that as much light can get into the camera as possible. This lets me create really amazing night shots of effects like this one here. You can imagine seeing a city landscape reflecting on the water and it looks beautiful and peaceful. This is something you just can't do with other smartphones today. Now one of the coolest things I love to show off about my Lumia 1020 is the Xenon Flash. Now to really show off how this works, I first need to show an example of what happens with a competitor phone. So what I have here is a little globe that spins, and I've just set the flash on and focused on the globe, and as I spin it, I'll take the picture. As you can see, it was blurry, you couldn't see anything. So when we look at the picture, you'll actually see it's completely blurred, and when let me just try and zoom in. There we go. You can see it was completely blurred. Now when I set the flash on to the Lumia 1020 and I do the same, the flash is so impressive and powerful that when you zoom into the picture, you can actually see details that you couldn't even see with a naked eye. Check this out. I can even see the word San Diego on the map. This just blows me away every time. The last thing I want to show you is the Nokia Pro camera and the tutorial. This lets you use the most frequently used settings on an SLR. So for example, I can manually change the focus from close-up all the way to infinity, and you can see all the way close-up again, or even back to automatic. Now there's a number of different settings I can configure. ISO, there's the shutter speed, and I can simply reset them by dragging out the menu key here. But for those who aren't too familiar with these settings, there's this really super easy to use tutorial which shows how you can play around with these settings, such as exposure, shutter speed, low light photography, here's the focus, and the white balance. Now just as an example here, I'll show you how to experiment with the exposure value. And simply by swiping this cursor down, I'm reducing the exposure. And then on the other side I'm overexposing the image, and you can see the impact it has on the picture. And here is another example where we can change the shutter speed and see as I go from really fast to slower all the way up to 4 seconds, and you can see how that has an effect on the final image. So this really lets you become a better photographer as it teaches you how to use these features that you may not otherwise have ever had time to figure out, because you can directly see the impact that each of these settings has on the resulting image before you have to take the picture. So thank you for watching my short video. I hope you found this very interesting. The Lumia 1020 is on sale today with AT&T at $299 with a 2-year contract. You'll also be able to find it very soon on other markets around the world.